no matter who you are, where you're from, if you truly set your mind into something, you can learn anything and you can achieve anything. I've heard this quote pretty frequently, and I am now going to see if this is true or not. Because my story is quite different. Bill Gates also said that if you born poor, that's not your mistake, but if you die poor, that's definitely your mistake. So I'm gonna see if I make the same mistake or if he is also right or wrong. Yeah, probably there are so many people in this earth who are not rich and who are born like me from a very middle class to poor. I have been dreaming about this. I mean, it was around 3 to 4 years ago when I started to have this dream of being a YouTuber and starting my one channel. But at that time, I neither have a phone nor have any devices that I can use to make videos. But later, I got a phone while I was studying. I used to record the videos whenever I wanted. I mean, I just loved that. I enjoyed making videos. English is not my native language, so I had no idea how to speak in English. But I studied English from very young age. I'm not good at anything actually. I don't even know how to do this makeup thing. But I tried, so I'm trying to learn everything that is necessary for me because I thought that just adding some makeup would be helpful. Probably it will enhance my appearance. The reason I'm starting this channel is because it has always been my dream to start my own channel despite anything. And I always had this insecurity and fear that I'm not good enough. And my background is so bad and poor, and I just don't want people to notice me and I mean talk about me. But you know, I hate being poor. I'm already adult now and I can make decision by myself. That's what I started to thought. But embarrassment is the price of entry and every creators will go through that. So I think this embarrassment and all this messiness and clumsiness is probably the first step that I'm is the first price. I don't know, this inner inner voice that keeps telling me I want to do this and I want to do this, but I ignored it for at least 4 and 5 years. So, and before that, my excuse was because I cannot speak English properly and I don't have good cameras and things like that. But as time passed, I realized that that is always just my excuse, and I'm just running out of time. Probably, I will die one day. And I also got a small issue in my health, and I think now, if it is not this time, then I will never going to start. That's why I'm starting this. I don't want to die poor, probably, and I don't want to die with full of regrets for not doing the things that I've always wanted to do. Now this is the time. I was afraid if people find out that I am not rich, and if people will find out that I'm not from a very amazing or expensive cities. Probably I also had fear that they will hate me for making contents. But does that really matter? The question is, does this really matter to me? It is totally fine if they want to have their own opinion about me, and it is totally up to them if they want to criticize or not. Because and I got this confidence after reading this courage to be disliked. But even after reading this, I was not able to take the action. The main action is making videos and creating and doing whatever I want. But I thought that probably I will not be able to relate to the people who are rich and who, I don't know. I just don't want to categorize people by rich and poor. But that thought even though I am not rich in materials and things and resources like that, but I want to be rich in trying. I want to be rich in having full of failed projects than having no project. I decided to try, and I think I want to be rich in knowledge and in understanding and in trying to figure out and constantly trying to learn and grow. But I think now this is all just will be the honest conversation I'm trying to have with myself. And the reason I'm talking and trying making public about all this is because the reason I was holding myself back from making videos is because I was afraid always. I was afraid I still had one reason to make this and do this. That is to try and to just do it and not to have any regrets at all. I just want to try and see myself if I truly can do it or not. Because if I don't try, then and if I keep closing the doors of trying, probably I will be even more older, and probably I will regret even more. That's why I'm doing this now, and I'm finally doing this, and I'm happy with this. There were so many rejections and failures that I faced, and I think it is completely okay. It is totally okay to have those failures and those rejections because, yeah, it's just teach us something. And I think it was a it was a good lesson. And if anyone there who is listening who is listening to me and who is also suffering from rejection and failures and everything, I think it's not that much bad, and it's definitely going to change. And yeah, things are going to change, and you're going to just be fine. But it may take little more time, but you are definitely going to be fine. I have like a lot of interest and a lot of hobbies, or I don't know, this desire to learn or master something, but I haven't put haven't make any effort for that. Recently I have got this interest of cinematography and filmmaking and video making and also storytelling. There are lots of things that I want to deliver and or that I want to create, and I've also have this desire to learn languages. So art, languages, and the cinematography, films. This has these are my this is something that I want to learn, and I have no idea if this will be fulfilled or not. But but I'm thinking about trying it, and I spent almost say 6 months or 6 months to 1 year just trying to figure out money is so important. People who thinks that money is not important is I think that they're either lying or they are just too lazy or just don't want to work for it. I think the reason I'm trying to be so transparent about everything is because I have always had the hard time to accept the this all this. And I think because of not being able to accept this fully and not being able to talk about this openly stop me from taking the actions. And that is the reason. This is not the type of video that I wanted to make. I wanted to just like make the combine the storytelling and cinematography in one period. And that's what I wanted to do. But I think since it's going to be my first video, so I will just make like this, just to do this was just to take action was the first thing that I had to do. So finally, if you also have something that you want to try and that you want to do it, I highly encourage you to try, because I wanted to ignore it. I pretty much gave up even at that time, or 2 to 3 years ago. The pain I always started to have because of not creating and not pursuing the thing that I want to always made me feel better. I just started to have that regret already, as I've always believed and said that I prefer to regret failing than regret of not trying. So it is better to regret failing than having regret of not trying. I don't know whatever I said, because I didn't follow any scripts, and I just did not prepared beforehand about what I should talk and how should I start the video. I just wanted to hit the play button right here in camera and just start speaking whatever comes to my mind, so that I can finally start and I can finally just stop procrastinating this time. So there is this saying that the best time to start was 10 years ago, and another best time to studies right now.